This video may contain scenes that are distressing for people who went through this fire in 2009. I'm asking for anyone who went through this fire not to watch this, please. G'day everyone, my name's Ricky James, also Wiki Elections 446. I want to ask, let's play it, so go on. Welcome to Election of Inside the Firestorm. Before I get in it, viewers, you may be warned. The following is a documentary which happened 8 years ago, maybe 7, maybe 8 years ago. There might be some scenes that might distress the victims who was on that day facing that fire. If you are one of those victims, please do not watch this. I will respect your decision if you don't watch this if you was affected by the fire on Saturday, the 7th of Feb 2009. Okay, here we go. Bloody hell.
Saturday, February the 7th, 2009.
Yep.
Temperatures have been soaring above 40 degrees for
Oh
days.
god, that day that wind
Now
was
the winds
strong.
are rising, and Victoria holds its breath.
Well, there's simply no way of underestimating the fire threat Victoria is facing over the next 24 hours or so.
During Saturday, a gale-force north wind will combine with extreme heat, and that's not a good combination in terms of fire potential.
And fire authorities are warning the public to prepare for the worst.
I know this bit might come up, might be loud in my headphones, and I don't know about the screen.
Dire warnings.
Oh god.
It was a wall of flame that came up that mountain.
Slow down, slow down, slow down. There you go.
I remember holding Matilda in my arms, and I just thought she's just got to keep breathing.
Oh my lord.
Everything was on fire around us, literally everything in all directions from the 360 degrees that we could see.
Smoke alarms.
He said, there's no CFA or stuff, we're completely surrounded. I said, can you get out? He said, we can't get out, we can't do anything.
I didn't know how long I could hang on, you know. Just because I knew how bad it was up there, I thought there'd be no one coming up.
This is the story of Australia's most devastating bushfire. A day of disaster as it unfolded to those who were there. The eyewitnesses
I was in Nashville on that day too.
of the firestorm that would rewrite history and change all the rules.
I'd never seen anything
My nan got
like
told
this.
later Bendigo was on fire.
I freely admit I was terrified.
Inside the firestorm.
"45 kilometres northeast of Melbourne, in the country township of Kinglake, Nick and Jen Clark are packing for their long-awaited holiday. They leave on Monday.
Oh, we're looking forward. I marked down 100 days
Why didn't they leave sooner?
before we go. And I crossed them off my calendar.
God.
99 to go, 98 to go. That's how anxious I am to go.
Hi, my name's Nate, and this is my house. I'm going to show you around today.
My granddaughter Dee, she's a great help. She's buzzing around us and running wild.
This is my cat, GT. Say hi,
I
GT.
feel so sorry for
She
them.
was unpacking, putting in the fridge and
Got to
working out
remember
what was
that
going on
one
the holiday with us and
particular
what was
day.
being left for Danny, because Danny had just started holidays and he was in the house, he was home, he was going to be home the whole 6 weeks that we were going away.
Part of the holiday plan is for Mick Jen's son Danny to stay and look after the home and their wilting plants.
You ask him to make sure he waters them, and he says, yeah, I'll do that, you know. Or feed the chook or something, you know. So, yeah, that's another thing he has to do, feed the chook. So.
Across the road, the Kinglake CFA captain arrives on shift. He is one of 7,000 Country Fire Authority volunteers and staff who are like soldiers waiting for a war that may never happen.
I fully expected to sit inside the fire station in a nice air-conditioned comfort and nothing happened for the whole day. That's what I expected. I suppose you've got to look at the history too. I mean, how many times has a fire come through our area? I mean, 26 fires were pretty bad. I think the 39 fires. I think there's something happened in the 60s that came up from the south. But there was captains
Don't forget
sitting
83.
in probably stations all
Ash Wednesday.
over Victoria expecting the same thing.
On the same month, Black Saturday happened.
Mid-morning in Melbourne, and senior firefighters are gathering. They're studying the Fire Danger Index, combining temperature, wind speed, humidity and fuel data. It measures the risk of a bushfire on a scale of 0 to 100. Today the index is peaking close to 200.
Oh Lord.
In my mind, I'm worried. I'm concerned. I'm thinking to myself, this is a day that, you know, it's not going to be an ordinary day. It's going to be an absolutely horrible day. Yet I know I've faced days like this before, and through Providence, nothing actually happens.
If a fire does start, there's a well-established chain of command. Reports of fires from the front line are published on the authority website.
It was totally tested that day.
ABC Radio, the designated
Hey, I listened to that
emergency
radio
broadcaster,
station.
transmits the warnings.
774 ABC Melbourne and ABC Victoria. Your emergency services network. Bushfire information.
11:47 a.m.
The system is immediately tested. An hour's drive north of Melbourne, 60km/h winds tear down power lines at Kilmore East.
Oh, a few, not arson.
The Kilmore East fire, you probably had less than 10 minutes, probably somewhere between 5 and 10 minutes from the time it ignited to the time it started.
Hang on, just going to
It
check the
seems
time.
as though it's probably been about 15 or 20 minutes before actually the fire authorities actually were aware of that fire, and then you have to actually get to the fire, and then you have to start working on it. So it was well beyond a suppressible stage by the time firefighting authorities were actually there.
The fire is out of control, but nothing Australia hasn't seen before.
No, nothing we Aussies seen
As it
before.
drives towards the Hume Freeway, concern is tempered. The 100-metre wide barrier should stop a regulation bushfire dead in its tracks.
Jesus Christ! Where's the road gone, mate?
But this fire isn't normal. Within the hour, fire crews on the Hume can only watch.
Watch it on the right there. Watch it on the right. Keep going, mate, keep going.
The 4-lane freeway offers no resistance. Gale force winds hurl burning bark and embers across to the other side, where new fires start.
The fire hardly hiccuped when it saw the freeway. It basically moved across the freeway as if it wasn't there in reality.
Eyewitnesses are worried that the fire is already outrunning the authorities.
Kevin from Kilmore East had just phoned. Hi, Kevin. Which fire are you the Wandong?
Yeah, the Kilmore East Wandong fire, but it started about 500 metres from my farm. Then Wandong and the Heathcote Junction, I believe, are going to be
I don't believe it's at Junction.
They've got to go on full alert, but there's no announcement saying that they've got to
Last year?
put their fire precautions in place. But it's the wind. I'm on top of my hill on the farm, and the wind's blowing at 80 to 100 kilometres an hour, and it's going to build up, and the fire trucks are not making any difference at all. So I don't know why Wandong and Heathcote Junction haven't been alerted, because they're so close.
Within minutes of this call, warnings are issued, but it seems the system is already being stretched.
It was that
As the
day.
day unfolds,
Totally was.
it will all but collapse. In Wandong, Steve Varga and his brother-in-law Ed are in the direct path of the fire. They're not relying on warnings. Instead, Steve has faith in his purpose-built, fire-resistant home. It's embedded into the ground with double brick walls and a steel roof.
There was shutters over the front windows so that when you operated the shutters it completely closed the front of the house off. It looked more like a factory than a house.
It looked like a
That was
bunker.
about it. It was a completely closed up box.
Steve stands ready to stay and defend. This is the textbook way to survive a normal bushfire. You either leave early
Or stay and
fight
defend.
and then shelter as the fire passes through.
A bushfire, as I've always understood it, will have a front that comes through for 10 to 20 minutes. You know, we could go inside, wait for the front to pass, and come out and put out any embers or anything that might have ignited, or, you know, deal with the problems.
With the smoke rising, Steve puts his plan into action.
The time came we decided to start the pump, and I was hosing down the roof. And Ed started yelling that it was time to get inside. I could hear this noise. It was a bit like a jumbo jet, I think, and I was still holding the hose up there, and Ed started screaming, absolutely screaming, to get inside now, and so I just dropped the hose, and in the midst of all that there's this noise like the jumbo jet was about to land on us. Then all of a sudden, there's this huge boom as the fireball hit, and the entire carport was just torn off its posts and blown away. I just couldn't believe it.
God.
It was phenomenal. And at
I
that
couldn't
point,
I wouldn't
the
believe
whole
that either,
world,
mate.
everywhere around us just went red.
Hope you enjoyed this video. Like I said at the start, you had been warned. If you're still feeling the bushfire to this day, please call your nearest helpline or go see a psychiatrist. And I'm sorry for whoever's watching.
Risking head and skin. If we're behind, then never mind. We'll fight and win. No word from Bendigo.